Hey, what's up, guys? My name is Kevin DeConing. My brother and I are starting a podcast called the Dad Podcast, just to help dads that don't know much what's going on right now, or if you're a kid that found us and you have questions, drop us a line. We'd be happy to help you out. Scott?
For sure. My name's Scott DeConing. As Kevin said, I'm his brother. Um, we are both dads. We're both learning as we go, but there's a lot of things that we wish we knew once we started this whole dad journey that we know now, and we find it is our responsibility to pass it on to you. So this is episode number 1. You are joining us right from the beginning. If you are watching this or hearing this, be it on YouTube or on wherever you stream your podcast, we want to thank you for joining us. Lord only knows where this is going to go. But our plan is to have a lot of different guests on here, a lot of different people with different experiences, so that people all around the world who are dads have a place to actually come for the information that, again, we wish we knew when we started this dad journey. So welcome. We do have a theme for this podcast, and this podcast, episode number 1, is going to be things that we realized that we did not need, and things that we realized are actually quite helpful that we found in one way or another, that we're hoping we can pass that information to you. Kevin, you are a dad. Give us a bit of a breakdown.
Well, I've been a dad now for 10 years. I have 2 girls, one 10 and one 8. They're already smarter than I am. They keep me on my toes and they keep me grounded, it's the greatest job in the world. I've been laid off for almost 6-7 months now, so I guess a full-time parent, and I wouldn't change it for the world. I love it.
Yeah, it's one of those jobs where you don't get paid to do it, obviously, but I don't know if I would ask for money if I had the chance.
No, you dads that think, oh, what did the wife do all day when she was at home? Fuck, boy, she is working her ass off.
She is. She is. Yeah. And I've heard of some dads, some husbands, whatever the case may be, that complain about the house not being clean enough and stuff when they get home, or supper not being ready.
Right.
We need to know what they're going through in order to make that justification. So
I think that this COVID thing's given all the dads a little bit more appreciation for a lot of stuff the moms do at home.
Oh yeah. All those things that we said, I'll do it when I have more time.
Yeah.
But now we have nothing but.
Right. So. But there's still not enough hours in the day. I find there's still not enough hours in the day.
No.
And I've nothing, like, I got all day to do it, all the shit I want to do, but there's still not enough hours in the day.
Yeah, I mean, we're trying to sneak this recording in at the end of the day on a Sunday.
Right. It's Sunday at 10 to 10.
Yeah, where we're from, in Alberta, Canada. And it's just crazy. How many kids do you have? You didn't mention that.
Yeah, I got 2 daughters.
2 daughters.
Yeah, 2 daughters. How about you?
I am the father of 1 daughter so far. We're planning on having another one eventually, whenever that happens, if it happens. And she is 19 months old.
Jesus, already. Hey.
I know, 19 months. And
going on 4.
Might as well be.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Might as well be. So,
when we were kids, you used to say, "Oh, there's a stick. I'm going to play with that stick." Nowadays, it's, "Oh, I'm just going to unlock this iPad and pay 3 cell phone bills and 2 electricity bills, and it'll be on my way."
There you go. And when they have kids, it's going to be the same thing, but with newer technology and more advanced technology.
Yeah, no kidding.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's really interesting to see her just running around the house, and especially if I'm, say, on the main floor and she's upstairs with mom or whatever, and all of a sudden I hear the pa-cha-cha-cha-cha, and you know that the footsteps are too close together to be mom's.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
You know she's running around upstairs.
Here comes the hurricane.
Yeah. So, and yeah, right now she's just learning different words. Every day it's a new word. Today, or no, this time last weekend, she learned I was mowing the lawn, so she's lawnmower, lawnmower, lawnmower. So, and before that, it was bamboo,
Bamboo.
bamboo.
Has she learned fire truck yet? That's always a fun one.
Nope, that one's probably coming soon though, because we have a
Yeah.
book about fire trucks. So
That'll be fun.
yeah. So hopefully, if you're watching or listening to this, you have some questions brewing. We're going to give you a way to contact us if it is on YouTube that you're watching this. We may even be able to put this onto Facebook. I just thought of that. There might be a way to do a Facebook Live in the future where we can answer questions in the moment. But if you are watching this and you have questions, please feel free to throw them our way, and in future podcasts, we'll do what we can to answer them. We are not experts. Let's just be clear. We're learning as we go. But all dads are in this together.
Some days you're an expert, some days you don't know shit.
And just when you think you learn it,
The changes.
Yep.
Especially with girls.
Oh, well, and I think that's the thing. Like moms, because they were girls growing up, they know what to do.
They know how to say things, the way to say things.
That's right.
Right. I got in trouble one day, my older one. She said, "Dad, you're just saying that to make me feel sad." I don't even know what I said. I didn't say anything. I still, I would tell you if I knew what I said. I have no idea what I said right now.
But how dare you say it?
I don't know what I said. Right. But I'll never forget when she said, "You're saying that to make me sad." I didn't say anything. I have no idea what I said.
What do you mean, thank you?
Yeah, what do you mean, thank you? Yeah, it's fun times. You're learning. You're learning every day.
Oh, yeah, exactly right. Exactly. Well, and you have your second one, she just turned 8.
Yes.
And so you have very different experiences than I do right now.
I've already had the ones you're having.
Yeah, well, I know. Yeah, but we were talking about it earlier where you tend to forget these.
Well, you really do. You forget stages in their life, but you're making new memories, but you forget a lot of the stuff. Although
Right.
we were cleaning out pajamas probably 3 months ago, when a lot of this COVID started, and you're picking up little stuff like, wow, did this actually fit them? I don't think it fit them.
Well,
but then you remember them wearing it like a random movie night. You're like, oh, right, she did wear that. Right.
Oh, yes. Back in the day.
Right.
Uh-huh. Yeah. Well, I was even just looking at some of the newborn pictures of Ava, and she, I'm just like, how are you that tiny? But yeah. Now, I know the answer to this, but our listeners don't. Do you ever, even after 10 years, get out of the dad's way when you go back and forth?
Okay, what, sorry?
I call it the dad's way. Where you just go back and forth.
No. I was at Superstore today, and I was swaying back and forth in line.
Just back and forth.
Yeah, just swaying for no reason.
Just back and forth.
Oh, yeah, what did I have in my hand? I had a cart. I had a bin in my hand, like a shopping bin, and a jug of milk. And I'm just going back and forth.
Just swaying.
Yeah. It's never front to back though for me. I'm always side to side.
Well, you don't want it front to back though. That's awkward.
Get too close to the guy. Too close to the guy.
Hey! Especially if it's like a pelvic thrust. Hey!
Stop breathing on me.
Get away from me, crazy guy. Yeah, you definitely want to go side to side. You don't want to go front to back. No, you don't want to go front to back. Oh man, it's too good. I find myself just doing the dad's way without even thinking about it.
Oh, you just do it.
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Well, and I think I cross my arms a little bit so that as if rocking the baby, and then you just get going. So, so it's just something that comes up. So, all right. Well, we have a list here. We might as well start getting on the list. We did come up with a small list of things that we actually found. Now, of course, all kids are different. So the list that we're about to give are things that weren't as beneficial for our kids, but your kids may find some use in these. So please take these with a grain of salt. if you're like, well, what do I need to buy for my child? Keep this list handy. It may help you, it may not. The first thing we came up with was we didn't need a mobile.
No,
No.
It's just I found that the batteries died just from it running alone in a bedroom with nobody near it.
What did you do instead?
Actually, I bought just a nightlight or some stuffed animals. There wasn't like the mobile that spun around didn't do a thing.
No.
It was just annoyed me more than my kids liked it.
Yeah.
Well,
and with all the toys that they have at that age when they're newborns, where they're laying on their back and they're just playing with things as they're grabbing up for them, like it's just one more thing to look at, and that to me, I think it would keep them awake.
Like, I don't know what it is. Does it put them to sleep? Is that what it's for?
I think it's supposed to, or at least distract them. I don't know.
Distract them from crying, but
maybe distract them.
Yeah, I don't know. Yeah. They never worked in my house. That's all I know.
No, we never even bought one.
No.
Well, and we're co-sleeping in our house. So when we were actually, for those that don't know what that is, co-sleeping is where Ava is actually sleeping with us in our bed. And some people have thoughts on it, would be good or bad. I can tell you from my experience, it's awesome. Because I don't have to get up to go and feed her.
Well, you don't have the plumbing for it anyway.
Well, no, but even if we were doing bottle feeding, for those that out there that want to do bottle feeding, if your baby starts crying at 3 o'clock in the morning, you may have to get up to go and feed them. But I didn't. They just figured out a way, Ava and Mom, they just figured out a way to set it all up, and she just fed right in bed, and I slept right.
I used to get up with the kids when they were crying. I was so tired from work, I fell asleep on the bedroom floor many times. Just laying there.
Them on your chest.
Oh no, Mom was breastfeeding and I was sleeping on the floor just trying to help, but I wasn't doing it. I was just sleeping on the floor.
And she's
just
probably
a big
cursing
pile. Oh yeah, just a log. A snoring log. He kicked me and said, go to bed.
Yeah. I thought I was. Who is this?
I was sleeping.
I was sleeping. Why'd you wake me up? Oh, man.
Well, and you know what? It doesn't really change. We had a big storm here last night here in Airdrie, Alberta. We had a big lightning and thunderstorm. My 10-year-old still joined me in bed last night. She was scared and she just come and join me in bed. I personally can't sleep when my kids are in my bed because I'm afraid of crushing them.
Yeah.
But she sleeps like a log.
No, but isn't that kind of what dads are for, like protection?
Yeah. Well, she just curls right in, and I run hot, and she runs hot, and I was just a big sweaty mess.
Yeah. Yep. But you're not going to turn her away.
No.
Because you're protection. There's a thunderstorm outside, or there's a noise outside, or it's dark, and I got to come to Dad for protection because I know he's going to protect me. That's first and foremost.
She told me I was snoring. I said, no, I wasn't. I didn't even fall asleep. She said, Dad, you were snoring. I said, no, bullshit. Yep.
So, so the mobile, not something that we necessarily needed. And it wasn't. No. So both sides of us, both families, neither of which needed the mobile. The next thing we came up on our list here was a swaddle blanket.
Yeah, I think that depends on the kid.
It really does.
Neither one of my kids liked it.
No.
They felt it restricting, and they like to wiggle their arms around like babies.
Right.
But some kids love them.
Yep.
Yeah, but you don't have to spend a lot of money on a blanket though. You can go to Michael's and get a big chunk of fabric and just cut it up if you want. You don't gotta go spend $50 on a receiving blanket.
No, just get a square cloth.
Yeah.
I mean, some people want the swaddle blanket because they're not good at swaddling. I get that. For the ones that automatically swaddle, because you can get ones where it basically is like a one piece where it pretty much puts them into the swaddle position, and you basically just do with a zipper. It's a beautiful thing.
Oh, I've never seen those.
Yeah, we had one of those, and it worked for the first little bit when she was really, 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 really young. But over time, it it just didn't work. So
Huh,
yeah, yeah. But swaddling is something that you learn as you go.
definitely.
Yeah, yeah, um, yeah. So the other one that we had on our things that we didn't need list was the Sophia giraffes.
Yeah, those Sophie little squeaky giraffes for
Yeah,
$22 at Toys R Us is
yeah,
crazy.
yeah. And those of you listening in the U.S., it'd just be whatever toy store, but you spend all that money and the kid doesn't even want it,
No, well, it's just another toy for them,
right? Yeah,
right? Like
yeah,
most kids that I know prefer a
yeah.
stuffed animal to the squeaky plastic toy.
There you go.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
all kids are different. But my kids, they preferred stuffies.
Well, and that's just it. I mean, you may get a Sophia for your child and find that it's the best thing in the world.
I know somebody that lost one, had to buy
Mhm.
one because the kid loved it so much.
Yeah.
Lost that one too, had to buy a
Oh no.
third.
Oh
Oh
no.
yeah,
Well,
right. So it depends.
you're
You're $60 in on a
you're
toy, but
16.
that kid does not go to sleep without it.
Nope. And if you
Oh,
have that toy, you double up.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah. So, which actually leads to the next thing we had on our things that weren't very useful. For me, anyway, it was a pacifier. Yeah.
See,
It's,
this is where we differ.
yeah.
Both of
Yeah.
my kids loved them.
Yeah. And again,
Yeah,
this is why we put on here pacifiers may not work. Because again, this is
yeah,
very child specific as well.
yeah. My in-laws are from England though, and they call it a dummy.
Mm,
Yeah,
yeah.
I don't know
Yeah.
why they call
Oh,
it a dummy.
yeah. And I've heard of terms like susu and uh,
Yeah,
soother. Yeah. There's so many different variations of it. But I think the technical term, and I'm guessing here, is pacifier.
mine is pacifier. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah. So that one I find is very child specific. I know our sister, when she has had her kids on a pacifier, they wouldn't go to sleep without one.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And see, Ava, mine, she won't even look at it. Never
No,
has. No.
yeah, well, and like they're all different. Like you can get the flat bottom or the flat top or
Mm-hmm.
the round nipple one. Like there's many different
Yeah.
kinds.
Yeah. I always like the one where it's round and then you have the nipple come out, but you can also stick your finger in the back.
Yeah, yeah,
So it's because when they're really young, I know Ava would just suck my pinky if I just did this, and
yeah.
that acted as a pacifier. Um, so if I tried to transition into the pacifier where you could stick your finger in the back, and it would be like she was sucking my finger again, but she wasn't having
She's smarter than that.
it. You can't fool me, Dad.
No,
You can't fool me. What kind of game are you trying to play?
this doesn't work for me.
No, no. So yeah, and that's why, um, yeah, that's why I put in the wasn't beneficial for me necessarily, but it was beneficial for you. So it's
Yeah, both of
so,
my kids had them. Both of our sister's kids used them.
mhm, yeah.
Yeah,
And I find a lot of people, especially I would say the majority of people, actually have their kids that want a pacifier, and when they get to a certain age, and I'm not sure what that age is because I'm not in this boat, but I want to say it's around 2 years old. They actually get to a point where they actually have to try and take the pacifier away.
you got to wean them off. Yeah, I wonder if it
Yeah,
has to do with like when their teeth are growing. So
I
if
don't
your
know.
teeth growing straighter instead of having an overbite, maybe.
Yeah,
I'm not
maybe.
sure.
Yep, that's
There's
possible.
there's there's wives' tales. I think they're called. I don't know.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. It's hard to say. I don't know the answer to that, but I heard a really cool solution where somebody we were talking to was trying to get their child off of the pacifier. So what they did, because I guess the pacifier when you're young you could suck on it and that sucking is soothing, but if you cut off the back, then it doesn't have the same sucking power and it doesn't act the same, and you'd be like, well, I guess it's broken.
Wouldn't they choke though?
Not or maybe you cut off the front.
Maybe the
Anyway,
front.
yeah, you cut off a
Yeah,
part of it. I'm going to say it's the front, and it doesn't act the same way anymore. And then it's like, well, it's broken.
Yeah.
And then they
the
get it.
front.
Yeah, I would say it's the front. Yeah, now that you say that. Yeah, and I thought that was an interesting practice.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I would have thought of that until I got to that point. So that was a list of things that we found were not overly useful, or that we found, for the most part, we did not need. We may come up with more as we talk a few of these out, but we did want to go through a list as well of things that we did find helpful as we're going through. And I think the first one, although it's a given, I'm going to just throw it out there because somebody out there might be thinking, well, do I really, really, really need this? And I think we're both in agreement that a crib is something that you definitely need.
Yeah, so we started off with a bassinet. So
yeah,
we didn't have any of the kids in our bed with us, but they stayed in the bedroom for, I think the oldest one was 3 months. And the younger one was 5 months, but they slept in a bassinet beside our bed.
There you go. Yeah.
It's amazing with the first one. I'll never forget this. She made a weird, like, choking sound, and I jumped out of bed like Wolverine, like just, like I'm out of bed, like, what was that? Like a crazy parent just standing there with like a little makeup mirror under their nose to make sure they're still breathing.
Is your chest going up and down? Yeah.
You breathe so softly, like, yeah, okay.
Well, and that's actually one thing that our midwife had to tell us was when they're newborn, within the first 6 months to a year, infants have a very weird breathing pattern. It's not in and out like we do now, but at the beginning you might get a like you won't find the same breath over and over.
No, and sometimes I'll double pump or like it's just different. And if you don't expect it, it's a little bit scary. But then when we shipped them to their own room, we got a crib, but it also
turned into a bed.
Turned to a double-sized bed.
Yeah, worth it. A little bit more expensive, but totally worth it.
It was, but we put it on the registry, and even though like people couldn't afford, and we couldn't afford, we just said, well, just put like $50 or whatever you would spend on the registry, and we'll just use all the money that we got and just go buy it ourselves.
Smart.
Yeah.
Smart. Yeah. Yeah.
Because you're gonna get baby showers and stuff like that. You're gonna get 9 to 10, 15 outfits and stuff like that. Half of them won't even fit the kid.
No. That's the thing. That might be an episode all on its own, but the numbers on the clothes, it might be 6 to 12 months or 18 to 24 months, but that's a lie.
From one store to another, it just differs. You just never know what you're getting.
No, they're just numbers.
Yeah. No.
You do the whole guy testing thing where you put it up to your child and you go, does that fit?
Stop wiggling.
Yeah. I think no. Straighten your leg. Straighten your leg. Yeah, no, those will fit. Okay, we're good.
That'll work.
Yeah, that I can't say that I haven't even done that this week. So there. Yeah. I was going to ask you, at what age did you move them into their own room?
Well, it's about, I think it was 3 months for the older one and 5 to 6 months for the younger one.
5 to 6 months, yeah.
Yeah, but they shared a room.
Right.
So the older one would have been 2 and the younger one would have been 5 or 6 months.
Now, why was it later for the second one?
She struggled sleeping through the night, and we didn't want to wake up the older one.
Right. Yeah, and if you're waking up crying and stuff. Yeah.
Then it's just a longer night for everybody.
Oh.
And the next day is super shitty.
Go back to sleep.
Yeah. That's tired. Oh, good. I get to go to work now. Perfect.
Oh, great.
Perfect.
Great.
Oh, it's 4:30 already? I'm getting ready to go to work. All right, see you guys at 7:30 tonight.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. Have a good one.
And I think there's a point where every dad says, "Do we have chloroform?"
Melatonin?
Just go to sleep. Just go to sleep.
Then you're just sitting there rocking with your eyes closed, like,
And they cry, and you're like, "What? No, I'm here. What?
No, I'm good. You're good. I didn't fall asleep. You fell asleep.
Seriously, you fell asleep. Dad, you're snoring.
No changes. No changes.
No. I found that it was very beneficial to get the crib that switches into the double bed because, and yes, it is a little bit more upfront, but you're not needing to go buy a new bed and pay that money anyway.
Yeah.
Because the mattress turns into a double bed and they're actually used to the mattress that they're already sleeping on.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
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 So
for the crib, I would suggest getting like a mesh pad that goes around, so the kids can't stick their arms through the slots.
Yeah. We use blankets and towels.
Yeah, so I'd be worried about suffocating, but she's old enough now. Like when
Well,
they're
yeah.
really small, that's why I say the mesh.
Yeah.
Because when they're really, really small, it's like old enough to roll over.
Right. Yeah. Well, until she was old enough, we were co-sleeping, so she actually slept with mom anyway.
Yeah.
So as soon as, and it's good because there's even a certain point where she can't even roll over.
Yeah.
just laying there, and now it's like I want to look out the window. I remember waking up sometimes, and the biggest part of our day was turning on the flashlight on our cell phone and doing shadow animals on the roof.
Oh yes, yeah.
And she's just, whoa.
That's cool.
There's something on the roof, and it wasn't there a second ago. Yeah. And now she's like, lawnmower, bamboo.
Lawnmower, right?
Yeah.
Right.
So if you're wondering if it's worth getting, it is a little bit more upfront, but believe me, it's worth it in the long run, I think.
It is, yeah, because you only got to buy one bed.
That's it.
Right. If you're gonna cheap out on the mattress or the crib,
yeah,
that's fine. But you're gonna have to spend more money down the road on a new double bed or twin bed or whatever it is.
That's it.
Right.
Yep, that's it.
So, also don't be afraid to shop secondhand.
No.
There's nothing wrong with secondhand here, fellas.
If you're not, oh man.
Yeah. Right.
Yeah. Because you're just worried about what everybody else is thinking.
You are, especially the moms are really afraid of what everybody else is thinking too. And don't be afraid to shop secondhand.
No, God, no, absolutely
right.
Not. Hand-me-downs.
Oh, they're a lifesaver.
If you know somebody who doesn't need anything anymore, hand-me-downs.
Shit, if you need something, I could send you something. I got lots of stuff.
Just send them your email.
Send me. I got lots of stuff laying around here that I could probably send you. The kids won't even notice it's gone.
Yeah, because
insane.
I know with our sister anyway, that she had a daughter. Ava's getting a lot of their hand-me-downs. We haven't really had to buy clothes.
No.
It's beautiful.
No. Yeah.
Oh, it's beautiful.
Yeah.
Don't be too proud, guys.
No. Oh. No such thing as a parent.
Get your pride out of the way.
Yeah, there's no such thing as a parent. No.
Get it out of the way.
The kids will quickly ruin your pride if you think you have any.
Leave your shame at the door.
Yeah. When that 2-year-old hands you that teacup, you're taking a sip of that teacup.
Or calling you on the phone. You're picking it
you're
up.
answering.
Yeah.
Hello?
Yeah,
I see my nails are painted.
Yeah, there you go.
Leave the pride at the door, fellas.
Case in point right there.
Yeah.
The other one that we have on here is the type of stroller. Now, what I found interesting, and I was talking about this list with my wife earlier, and she was saying that she was talking to our sister, and they bought a couple of different strollers because they were a little bit cheaper, but they wouldn't move the right way.
No.
So we got a stroller called City Select, and I gotta say, it is awesome. It was in Canada here we have Toys R Us, and it was about $750, which is a lot of money. And some of you may be thinking, well, I don't have that money, which is fair. But I gotta say, it's a difference between cost over price. Because if you are trying to save money in the short term, it may cost you in the long term.
You might end up buying 2 of them.
Or 4.
Yeah.
I think she ended up buying like 3 or 4.
I think we went with one, and then we went up and got a Toys R Us brand from Canada as well. It was called a Greco,
Oh
but
yeah.
it was like easy to fold up, and the carrier went straight into the car seat. I think the cradle went like straight into the car. It was just so it's convenient, right?
That's right.
I think that one was only like $350 or $390 or something like that.
There you go.
It was a little cheaper, but
yeah,
it worked for us.
Again, registry.
Right?
Registry.
Right? Secondhand. Go secondhand.
That's it.
Right?
That's it. Well, and I think too with this specific stroller, be it that we're both around the 6'2" mark, it's worth having something that's a little bit taller so you don't have to bend over to try and push this thing over because your back's going to be killing you.
Yeah, and you're going to want something with like thicker 4x4 wheels. You don't want that little plastic shit. Yeah. No. Right? You want to be able to go off road.
Yeah, you're pushing it through the snow or the mud.
Right. Even if you're just going through the mall, right? Even going through the mall, it's a lot easier. With the bigger tires, right?
Oh yeah. Yeah. You got to plan as if you're going to go through snow or mud.
Yes.
Yeah. the bigger tires are going to be. Yeah.
Up in Canada, you got about 7 months, 8 months worth of snow. So.
Yeah, 9 or 10 if you're in Newfoundland.
Yes.
It's June and I think they're just starting to melt. I don't know that for sure though. I'm guessing. I've actually it's one of the only provinces I haven't been to. Anyway.
No, I love Newfies though.
Oh, yeah, they're awesome. They're awesome. Yeah. So that was the other thing that we found to be very helpful was getting the right stroller. Yeah.
If you have more than one kid, I heard that it's better if you buy like if you have twins or something like that, instead of buying the 2x2 stroller this way.
Yeah.
The ones that sit front to front.
Oh, I see. Yep.
That way it's easier to get through doors because a lot of doors aren't made.
Oh, well, and I'll tell you this, they fit better on airplanes too.
Yeah, there you go.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, like a lot of doors aren't made wide enough to handle the side by side.
Nope, the tandem doesn't work. You want to go front and back, absolutely.
Yeah.
So I support that message.
Yeah. It's been so long since my kids are in strollers. My kids are at a booster seats and they already want to sit in the front seat. And they got they control the music in the they control the music in the truck.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. But the sing-alongs are awesome too, though.
Oh yeah. Well, we were listening to the Def Leppard and Queen, some Meatloaf.
Oh, there you go.
Putting on the Ritz by Taco.
There you go.
Kids are getting an education.
They may not get it in school, but they're going to get it from dad.
Yeah, they love it though.
Well, that's it, right? And this is the stuff they're going to remember.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. They may not be able to tell you toys that they've had at this age, but they'll tell you the music that they played.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So something else that we found to be very useful, and I don't know at what age to start this necessarily. I can say that we started it at about 17 months, was starting to look at different types of bikes.
What, sorry, you cut out there?
Bikes.
Oh.
Yeah, because we already have a tricycle. Yeah,
you get tricycles. Depends on how quick your kid is walking.
Mm-hmm.
You can get those bikes without pedals. I think they're called Strider bikes.
Oh.
So it's like a 2-wheel bike, but there's no actual pedals. So that their feet are on either side and they just go like this on the ground.
Yep.
But it teaches them pretty good balance. And then I don't know if you go straight from there to a 2-wheeler or
I don't know.
Or training wheels, I'm not sure, but
yeah, probably training wheels would be my guess.
Yeah, well, this is my first year. My 8-year-old is no training wheels. I got 2 girls on mountain bikes right now, and we can go places now.
Yeah, right. Yeah. Now, do you have a mountain bike?
I do.
Does it work?
So it doesn't have brakes. So.
That's what the tree of the fence is for, or what?
Right. Well, you just drag your foot on the back of the tire. Like, you remember doing that? You put your foot on the top of the tire. I don't have to do that now. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. Don't wear your good shoes riding bikes, guys. Yeah.
Oh.
I bought this bike at a garage sale, and he said everything works fine. So I paid him $50 for the bike. I said that's perfect,
Yeah.
perfect. Take it I didn't hop on it, which was my mistake. I get home, take it for a rip around, and everything seems fine, and then the next time I hop on it, the brakes don't work.
Oh, great.
Yeah, so
yeah.
Yeah, it's
And
fine.
I don't know if it'd be an easy fix. I'm not an expert in that area, but
I've looked into it. The front is it's weird. It's a disc brake. Doesn't have the pads on the side. It's a disc on the like where the forks come down.
Yep.
But there's a disc there. Yeah, I wouldn't even know how to start replacing that one.
That's weird.
Yeah, and then the back one, the cable's just ripped. It's just frayed and just torn.
Yeah. So you're replacing the whole thing.
Yeah, I don't want to put any money into this bike though.
No, nothing that an old pair of shoes can't fix.
How much is a pair of Walmart shoes, right?
Oh, good times. But we started, we got Ava a bike here 2 or 3 months ago in the anticipation that she would ride it around even this summer. But that being said, she's having too much fun on the stroller because she gets to be pushed around.
Well, also picking rocks. She loves picking rocks.
Oh, loves rocks. So,
right?
Oh, and we went out to the mountains. We went out to the mountains this morning, into the Rocky Mountains, and it's in the title, Rocky Mountains. Right. So there were rocks everywhere, and it took us half an hour to go. What should normally take us 10, because we had to find all the different rocks. It's so funny to watch.
Yeah, she loves rocks.
No, loves it. Yeah. And so that was fun. And there's rocks in places in the cement on the sidewalk that I didn't even know.
You finding them though?
Oh, we're starting a collection.
Right? Wait till she starts. We take her for a walk in the rain and she starts worm hunting. Oh, there's a worm. There's a worm. She'll either love him or she'll hate him.
Right.
People don't touch me. Or, I want 3 of those in my hand right now.
That's right. Give me more.
Yeah, I'm going to eat all of the worms.
Yeah. Good times. So bikes are a good thing. The other thing that we identified were books, not only for the kids to read, but for us to read.
Yes.
Yeah, because and you and I have been in this boat here for the last couple of years, where we're actually listening to a lot of audiobooks and podcasts. Hence why we're starting our own already, because there's a ton of information in books about people who have already done what we're already trying to start doing. So you were saying that you and your wife or your significant other.
We got a book from the doctor. It was I don't remember what it was called. It was a coil spine book, and it was so much information that you didn't know you needed.
Yes.
Like the stuff to actually pack in a bag, like make sure you got your phone charger, extra pair of underwear.
Yep.
And just a bunch of shit that you didn't know you needed.
Nope.
Socks were a big one because those hospitals are cold.
Oh, yeah.
And I'll warn you guys, one thing nobody gives a shit about is how tired Dad is in a delivery room. Nobody cares. No.
You're not the one that's doing the work.
No. But those books, like the book that the doctor gave us, like our kid has bad asthma and stuff like that, and she was real stuffed up one night, and it taught me how to make saline spray in the book, like just stuff you didn't know you needed to know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but I'm glad it was there because it helped us get some sleep.
Yeah, well, there was this book here. I'm just trying to bring it up on my phone, so hopefully we can see it. But it's this is what I listened to before when my wife was actually pregnant, and it went through things that I would never have known, like what water breaking means, and understanding that there may be smells that you don't see in movies, right? Because you obviously can't smell certain things in movies and whatever. So that one I found to be very educational for me. The other one that I'm currently just finishing is, let's see here. Oh crap, potty training.
You're clever.
Yes. This one actually showed me a lot of information about even when a child can start potty training, because I think the natural norm, and this is what she says in the book, the natural norm is to automatically assume that the child has to be at least 3 to potty train. I could tell you guys that we're 19 months and we're potty trained. So don't let anybody tell you that it can't happen, because people will try and tell you. I remember when I sent you and our sister and our mom the first message saying, "Hey, Ava went on the potty at 3 months with our help," and what?
Yeah.
What? Did I read that right? Yeah, you did. Yeah, you really did. Which I'd like to do an episode on that alone here in the future, called Elimination Communication. If you don't know what it is, boys, look it up. Look it up. It takes a lot of work from the parents in the first little bit, but 19 months, potty trained. We're not paying for diapers. It's a game changer.
They are not cheap. They never have been.
Diapers, no. What we ended up doing is setting it up on Amazon as subscribe and save, so that every month we would get 2 boxes of diapers, because everything's a little bit cheaper on Amazon, I find. And we were going to use them. So we went to Walmart or Superstore or something whenever we needed to, but for the most part, we got it on Amazon. But like you say, it's never cheap. It's always taking money out of your account.
Yeah, it's always going to be money out.
Yeah.
For at least 25 years or more.
Just in general. Not even just diapers, but just in general.
Just in general. Just, Dad, I need money. Dad, I need money. For what? You have more money than I do. Yeah, but I need your money.
But right, yeah, my money doesn't work. Your money does.
No, your money's better than mine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
yeah.
There's so many different ways of doing it, and I find that the way our parents raised us, in our case, our mom, did very well, but things have changed, right? And now there's information out there that may not have been available back in '82 when I was born, that I have to keep an open mind. That my wife is like, "Hey, here's an idea," and I'm like, "Okay, let's give it a shot." So that was a huge barrier for me to overcome, was to understand that what would be considered normal in society is not necessarily the only way or even the best way for your child to do so. So, yeah. And like we said earlier in this podcast, you just, things change. Every day it changes.
Yeah. Do what's best for your kid.
That's right. That's right. Actually, and there's somebody who we know who, when my wife was pregnant, and this stuck with me as if he said it yesterday, was he's just like, follow your gut. Just, if it feels right, do it. If it feels wrong, don't. Follow your gut. That's all it is.
Yeah.
That's all it is. Your body, your brain, your heart, it knows what to do. So.
Yeah.
So, I can't think of any other books off the top of my head that have helped me. Can you think of any other books that have helped you? I know you're having trouble thinking of the title of the one from the doctor.
Yeah.
But
I don't know. It's, for me, a lot of it was trial by fire.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah.
Yep.
Learn as you go what works, what doesn't work.
Yeah.
The kid will tell you.
You'll
find out if it works or if it doesn't work. The kid will let you know.
Yeah, it's true. And you're gonna learn their cues as you go by. Yeah, like if they're about to cry, you're gonna know. And I've never understood it until I had my own, but you understand when you hear crying in the background or in the distance, you're like, wait, is that mine? Because you know your child's crying.
You do.
You do.
And you know, you can differentiate the crying of why they're crying. Like, are they hungry? Or are they tired? Or
frustrated.
Frustrated.
Yeah, we're getting a lot of frustrated cries right now.
Just feel like crying for crying?
Just because they can.
Because why not cry?
Why not? Something
That's
to do.
a lot of, well, when they're that young, that's the voice they have, right?
Mm-hmm. That's right. Yeah. Until they can actually say what the problem is, it's just different cries.
Which I'm very happy I'm at right now. Like, hey, Dad, my stomach hurts. Well, why don't you go sit in the bathroom then? Because you haven't been for 3 days.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, okay. Right, but it's different. Like, it's different. Like, right now, they can tell you what's wrong at your age. So you're still guessing.
I'm guessing. Yeah. Trying to watch her physical cues to identify what the problem is. That's what we're doing at this point.
Yeah.
And we'll be like, do you have to pee? And she'll be like, yeah. Like, she'll sign yes or say no. Because as much as we say, can you say yes? Because we use baby sign language, or we use sign language to get her to be able to communicate with us before she could actually make sound. And now this is yes, where you just shake your fist. And so now everything is yes, is this. It's just like, it's like, It's like your fist is giving a nod, yes. So, but then if it's no, she's no. So, yeah, it's freaking cute. Cute. I will say on my end, we have gone to the library on top of gifts and buying other things too, but we've actually read Ava quite a few books and turned off the TV. Not saying that TV is not a bad thing, or TV is a bad thing, but we found out through an audiobook that TV under the age of 2 can actually interfere with their mental health and can cause things like ADHD in kids and stuff like that, because it gives them a lack of focus. So what we're doing is, whenever she's awake, very little to no screen time, be it on the phone or on the TV, and until she's 2, and then we'll start introducing educational stuff and all that kind of stuff in the hopes
that's how my kids are doing school right now, is straight screen time.
Just screen time, yeah.
Just screen time. That's how we're doing school.
Right. And it's just because of where we're in right now, the world we're in. Yeah, that's all it is.
And their screen time for school, screen time to play little games, they talk to their friends, because that's all they have right now. Right?
Everything's screen. That's
screen time.
We're in such a weird world right now.
Yeah.
But this whole world started this podcast. Yes. We were able to identify that we can do this on Zoom and put it into podcast form and put it on YouTube. And I don't know if we would have thought about this unless COVID-19 had been around to push us to this avenue. So some definite benefits coming out of it for sure. Yeah. So, but I will say, when we talk about books, there are so many days, not so much in the last, I would say, month or so, but before that, we were reading what felt like easily 40 books a day. And a lot of it was the same one over and over again. And it was a lot of, I'm not sure, oh, you want to read Llama Llama again? Okay, let's do it. Llama Llama makes a mess. Okay, we're going to learn about Llama Llama making a mess, even though we read this one.
A lot of ours were, I have to pee. I don't know if you read one yet, but
no,
that was a book we read a lot.
Yeah.
Well, right now they're reading their own books.
Perfect.
Yeah.
Perfect. Yeah.
They like reading, which is nice. Yeah, they like to read, which is nice.
Well, and we didn't.
No. But I have dyslexia, so for me, reading is very frustrating.
Yeah, and I have ADHD, so I have trouble focusing on the books unless I'm extremely interested.
Yeah.
So, but again, maybe that was all the TV that we watched growing up or something, right? Like, who knows?
Well, we didn't have a TV. We had 13 channels. Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Or you had to go up to the TV and push the up button.
Right.
Such a big
Yeah.
box. Yeah.
Heavy too.
Oh, just a beast. Yeah, I remember that too. But it lasted
Yeah.
forever.
Oh, it's probably still running.
Probably. Don't know where it is, but
No.
probably still running.
Yeah.
Anyway, I think that's the end of our list. I don't know. I can't think of anything else off the top of my head that has worked or that hasn't, but that's what we came up earlier. If did you have any last minute things that came to your mind that worked or didn't work?
Listen to your kid.
That's it.
They'll tell you what to do.
Yeah. I find too that although kids like toys, and you would know this more than I would right now, but they're not going to remember the toys. They're going to remember the experiences.
Yeah.
Because I remember Disney on Ice was coming to town, and instead of getting your girls toys, we ended up getting tickets for Disney on Ice because we knew that they would want to see the Disney princesses and stuff.
Yeah.
So that kind of stuff they're gonna remember a lot more.
Yeah, you got to put the time in.
Oh, yeah,
The time.
And that's another good thing to identify to dads. Like the reason dads are looked at as deadbeats is because a lot of us don't put in the time.
Yes, you're tired from getting home from work. Yes, you're stressed. You are very stressed. Sit down and ask your kid how your day is going.
That's right.
And listen to the answer. Just listen.
That's right. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. They want to tell you how their day is going.
And although neither of us, you or I, are in this boat right now, there's a point where you won't be able to ask them how their day's going because they're going to be too busy.
Yeah.
Right now, they just want all of you. Take it.
Yeah.
And run with it. Yeah.
Embrace it.
Yeah. Well, and I think as with both of us having daughters too, it's a little bit different because we're actually really seeing how important a dad is to a daughter.
Yeah.
Which obviously we wouldn't understand that because we're not daughters, but being dads with daughters, now we're actually understanding that. Oh, dad plays a really important part.
Yes.
Yeah.
Big time.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Unless there's anything else you can think of, I think this is a really good area to wrap things up for our first episode.
Yes.
I thought it went very well.
That was fun.
Yeah. And we're going to record again next Sunday. So be prepared to get this weekly, boys. And hopefully you can get a lot of items from this. If you are a dad that actually would like to join us as a guest, please feel free to reach out to us. We'll put our emails and other ways to contact us in the description, in the show notes, as well as if you're watching this on YouTube, we're going to put it in the description below. Also, too, we're going to have links for all of the products that we talked about today. If you think that it'll work for your child and you guys, whether it worked for us or not, it doesn't matter, right? Like we said before, the Sophia toys, neither of our kids needed them, but Kev, you knew somebody who their child
had to go to bed. One. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
So we'll put a link for all of these items in the description and the show notes as well. So if you are wanting any of these toys, feel free to go click on those, and you can buy the Brave from Amazon. They're going to be Amazon links. So yeah, hopefully that will help you streamline what may or may not be working. So again, feel free to reach out. If you have any comments, questions, theories, suggestions, we'll get to them as soon as we can. And we'll talk to you guys next week, I guess.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Yeah, we'll talk to you later.